Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and it is our 100th episode. I can't believe we're already here. It's crazy. Just ignore this happy birthday sign at the bottom. So it's the only 100th balloon I could find.
That's so crazy.
We
were
I
just
know.
filming 50 and now we're here at 100.
Literally, we did our 50th at the start of the Love Island USA season, which was in the beginning of June. So somehow we've done 50 episodes in 2 months. I think mostly because of Love Island USA, because it's 7 days a week. So
Yeah,
But yes,
absolutely.
we've obviously had a busy few days catching up after my little vacation. And so this is all we have for celebration, the sad little balloons. So our 150th, we'll do something more exciting and do a giveaway or something fun. We literally were just posting our episodes the last couple of days, oh, what? It's 100. We didn't even see it coming up. So
Seriously.
we'll be better prepared for 150. But
yeah.
still super cool that you guys are still here listening. We appreciate you all. We are having so much fun, obviously, because we are here every day pretty much, except for this week. So
Yeah, so much fun. It's been amazing. And even better news is that they're still here and we're still here, because I think that's where people fail, right? They give up and they just don't keep going. So keep going.
Yes, we're having fun. We still like each other, and so far, I think at least
we
I
love
do.
each other.
We love each other. We met in person. That went well. Could have been a disaster, never knowing each other in person before, but it went better than we ever could have thought. So, first 100 and hopefully lots more.
Hopefully lots
Thousands more.
Yeah, hundreds and thousands and forever.
Hundreds and millions. We'll be here forever.
Yeah. So do we have anything for a receipt report today? I have just a smidge, just a
little something.
Just a little something. Okay, so you guys remember how we told you guys here first that Hannah from The Mole, she's on The Perfect Match, and she has been going on and on social media about how she can't reveal who her baby daddy is, and she's upset because AD and Ollie were able to announce their relationship and Louis was able to announce his fake relationship. That's what she said, not me. And she's kind of been alluding to the fact that her baby daddy was somebody from the show. And today she announced that what you already told us, that her baby daddy was not somebody from the show, and everyone is up in arms about it. And what we also discussed here is, she said that she fell in love in Tulum with this man who is now her baby daddy and fiance, right? So we both said, she had a man when she was filming. That's likely why they cut her. We're not saying 100% that's why they cut her, but it's probably a pretty good reason why they cut her. And, we also heard that this man was staying with her in her Perfect Match hotel room. So I did a video today. I've been meaning to do a video on this whole thing. I didn't think people cared that much because she didn't get a lot of airtime on the show. I didn't even know that people would know who she is or remember who she is. So I did a video today basically doing what I do. I pop my shit a little bit. You know what I mean? It's all...
You like to add a little spice to it and make it funny. Yeah.
Whatever. It's not going to resonate with everyone. But I basically said in my video, she'd been hooting and hollering for 40 days and 40 nights about not being able to post who her baby daddy is. And I'm telling you guys, it's been days of this. She's posted multiple videos alluding to it's Ray from Perfect Match. She's been leaving comments. Ray's been leaving comments. And we knew it wasn't anybody. I do a video. She leaves me First of all, the video wasn't even up for 5 minutes. And she says, her first comment says, I didn't have a boyfriend on Perfect Match. And I said, oh, well, your man was staying with you in your hotel room. That's confirmed, right? Your man was staying in your Perfect Match hotel room with you. And you already publicly said that you fell in love in Tulum. Nobody's going to believe that you met him or reconnected with him right after filming,
Yeah.
in Tulum, and you guys, your love story unfolded. And I just said, it's okay. Like, it's okay, girl. It's fine.
Mhm.
Nobody cares. When I tell you that she left me like 5, 6, 7, 8 comments, and then she keeps deleting them because every time I went to respond to them, she would, the comment would be gone. So
Mhm.
at first it was like, oh, you could have just asked me. Oh, we met. It like, you know, and it's like the story doesn't add up. Oh, we used to talk a long time ago, and then we broke up and didn't talk in the summer. Then I went on Perfect Match. Then we got back together. So it's like, and then she keeps deleting them because I think she's realizing like, okay, I'm actually saying too much, and like my story doesn't make sense, because regardless, that's not why I got cut. I asked production why I got cut, and it was this. Okay, let's focus on the facts, and the facts is that, number one, your baby daddy wasn't on the show. Number two, you were seeing this man when you filmed Perfect Match. That's whether it's why you got cut or not, that's the fact of the matter. And he was with you in your hotel room. Like, why a man would be with you in your Perfect Match hotel room that is held for the bombshells, that is meant for the bombshells, that is meant for people on the show, why he would be in that hotel room with you if you're not filming is beyond me. You know, and obviously when stories come out about people, you never expect them to come out and be like, yep,
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend. That's right. You got it 100% right. Of course they're going to lie. Of course they're going to fabricate a story or a narrative because it makes them look bad. So, you know, I take it personal when somebody says that I am saying something fake, or I'm creating a false narrative, especially when we know that it's true. And it's like, sometimes when the story is about like, Trevor also said he didn't have a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Does that mean that we believe him? You know what I mean? Trevor also came out and said, I don't have a girlfriend. What are you guys talking about? We were just seeing each other. Okay, that's essentially what Hannah's trying to say too. We were seeing each other, then we broke up, and then we got back together, and now we're engaged and having a baby. Pish posh, call it what you want. You had a man when you were filming Perfect Match.
Well, it is weird that she kept ranting about being cut, right? And it's like, we watch Love is Blind, obviously, and, you know, they have however many, like 30 cast members. We only see like half of them. They're not cutting. If you're there and you're on camera, even if you're only in the background, like, you're not cut. They're producing a show, and not everyone is going to get the same amount of screen time. And if you're not relevant for whatever reason, they don't show you. And if they do find out people were in a relationship, they do cut them for that. But even if that wasn't the reason, it's just odd that she's making such a big deal out of being cut when it's like, you're never promised any screen time. Like, people go on Love Island USA, fly all the way there, and then they don't even go in the hotel or like into the villa, you know? So it's a little odd that she was sort of acting like she was being punished for being engaged and pregnant, when I don't think that was why.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think that her response to my video, even the one she deleted and then rewrote and deleted and rewrote, I'm pretty sure she's probably making a video to my video. If I had to take a guess, she's making a video. She's going to stitch it or do something. She wants a moment. I actually shouldn't have even given her the moment. I shouldn't have even made a video, because initially I didn't make a video because I didn't want to bring more attention to it, because I was honestly like, who gives a fuck? Like, she wasn't even on the show, so I don't think anyone cares. But I think people did care, you know? So I was like, okay, she revealed her baby daddy. It's not somebody that was on the show. We've been told y'all that. But she was more so concerned with me saying that was the reason she got cut than the fact that I was saying that she had a man. Like, it was almost like, your concern is in the why you got cut. Like, it doesn't matter why you got cut. And the fact remains the same. You had a man, and I'm a stand 10 toes on that. Whether you want to call him a man, or you were dating him, or you were talking to him, or the fact of the matter is, you had a man and he was in that Perfect Match hotel with you, and several people have said it. So why several people would lie on you, why several people would say that they seen this man in your hotel room, I guess everybody just has it out for Hannah.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't see this coming with, like, you know, she is the one that made the video or the post saying, we fell in love in Tulum. You came or like, we met in Tulum. So that's what made everyone think it's somebody on the show. It has to be someone on the show. So she straight up said this man was here. And how you don't put two and two together, that people are not going to think you just picked up the phone and called a random man from your past and like, I'm in Tulum, come on down, and we fell in love. Like,
Yeah.
it is a bit of a stretch, and you must have had some connection with him soon before you went there. You wouldn't
Well,
just.
her in her lengthy response to me that she deleted was that, oh, he came with a group of friends. So now it's
Mhm.
like this man that you happen to used to hook up with happened to come to Tulum with a group of friends while you were filming. You guys happened to reconnect and you guys just
Mhm.
happen to be engaged and having a baby now. Like,
Well, I mean,
shut up.
if she has the text from him, like, I mean, you would have those receipts, right? So if she has a text saying he messaged her and was like, hey, like, long time no talk. We used to hook up. I'm in Tulum. Where are you? Oh, you're in Tulum. Let me come on over. Like, if she has those texts, then that's proof. So,
Yeah, no, I think it says a lot that she's deleting them.
Mhm.
I don't care. Like, I
No.
don't get, you're not going to bully me into a story that's not, this isn't my first rodeo. You're not the first person who's been like, oh, you're lying. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stand 10 toes on 7
Mhm.
people telling me the same story versus your one, hey, no, I met him right after. Believe
Yeah.
what you want. That's her story. That's my story. You guys believe which one you want. So,
Well, yeah, and I mean, if one of the men, like Louis or Freddie or any, well, Freddie would never, but any man had a woman in his perfect match hotel room, we would be calling that out and questioning it and roasting it a little. So it's the same situation, and
Mhm.
it doesn't look good. But if, like I said, if she has the receipt saying he messaged her out of the blue and they just happen to both be in Tulum in August or September, like, then all right, then show the proof. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like people are digging up this info on her. She's been posting, like you said, nonstop about it, wanting everyone to know she met her baby daddy in Tulum. She wants everyone to question it. So we are questioning what the heck happened, because people were so confused. They were so upset. They were like, so he's on production then? Like, they still didn't understand. Like,
Literally, exactly. It literally doesn't make sense that you would tell the world that you fell in love in Tulum and it not be somebody from the show or someone you knew before the show. And if it's somebody you knew before the show, what the fuck was he doing in Tulum? Like, it just, it 2 plus 2 equals 4. And it's okay, Hannah. I promise you, girl. I promise you, girl. No one cares. I promise you. Go
Yeah.
have your baby and get married. You met your soulmate. Good for you.
Yeah. We're all happy. It's like the same thing with
Yeah.
AD and Ollie. We're happy for what's happening now, but we're here to discuss what the hell happened a year ago in Tulum on the show. So that's
She
what we're
called me a
doing.
mean
It
girl,
doesn't.
Ashley. She called me a
Oh,
mean girl. She said I'm a mean girl and I'm making up false narratives to an already very sensitive situation. Why is it sensitive? What's so sensitive?
I mean,
About you
I
having
find
a
it.
baby and getting engaged.
I can't take the sensitive narrative thing seriously after she made that video at the summer break party and was like, guess who's the daddy based on how they hug me, right? And it was all the guys from the show.
And
And so,
and was her real baby daddy in that video?
no, and that's another thing. People just took that to heart. They were like, he's in this video. And they were so dead set on that. And that's why they were thinking Carrington and Ray. So it's like, no one, like, she's not just living her life peacefully and people are digging up, oh, this is her baby daddy. Like, she has been forcing us to talk about this and question it and speculate and wonder for weeks. So, yeah, I mean, people are going to feel a little bamboozled. But if her ultimate goal is for us to talk about it, like, she did a good job.
And I think
So
that was her
it was
ultimate goal.
impressive.
I think it was. I think it was. I mean, I can only imagine taking a month out of your life, going out there. You're
Yeah.
not getting any airtime. I'm sure you get paid a little something to go on the show regardless. You have to stretch the 5 minutes for as long as you can. And she did. And I knew she wasn't going to like my video. That's why I took so long to make it. Like, I was like, okay, like, I know, like, everybody's like, who's her man? Who's her man? I'm seeing TikToker after TikToker post that her man is on the show. Her man is on the show. And I should have done it last week because her man's not on the show. We told you that already. We've been saying it. We've been saying it. Like, I think you even said his name last week. Like, you're like, no, it's some guy named Lou. She at him, like, yeah. And now she's trying to be like, she's trying to be like, oh, I at him. Like, I don't know why people are assuming that he was on the show. I at him. Girl, you know
Mhm.
exactly why people are assuming why you're on the show, because why he was on the show, because you posted videos and all kind of comments saying he was on the show. It's okay. Just say you wanted some clout. That's what
Mhm.
you wanted people to talk. Now I'm talking. Just because I'm not saying something you like, just because it doesn't fit your narrative, you think that if I got on the internet and told my followers like, hey, y'all, she had a man, but she met him the day after filming Rap Shut. That's when she met him, and then they fell in love in 4 days while they stayed in Tulum. How he got to
Mhm.
Tulum, I don't know. But they fell in love, and now they're pregnant and have a
Yeah.
baby. Congratulations. I bet she would have been happy with that video. But girl, I
Yeah.
keep it real over here. Girl,
Uh-huh.
you had a man, and it's okay. You had a man, you had a fling, you was canoodling, whatever you want to call it. You had something going on where you was
Mhm.
bumping tacos in that motherfucking hotel room. I know that. That's what I do know.
So is there any other receipt reports that you have?
No,
I
that
did
was
hear
it.
something about Perfect Match 4 that obviously it usually records in August, September, but it's a little delayed this year. They're thinking like October. I don't know. They're kind of seeing how this one does. I don't think it did as well. So, like in terms of like watchers, and it definitely doesn't feel as buzzy as the last couple seasons, like even with AD and Ollie. I think because they don't have like the first season had Francesca, the second season had Harry,
Mhm.
those like big Netflix people, right? And this one didn't really have that big person. They tried to like diversify from different shows and different networks, which
Mhm.
I think was interesting to watch. I liked that
Yeah.
part, but I don't think it was like the big draw, you know? They need like a
Yeah.
big name.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like them getting Harry Jousey last year
Uh-huh.
really helped them. Um, I
Yeah, I'm like,
don't
who
know. I
else?
think that's why they did this whole like AD and Ollie workup, was because I
Uh-huh.
think they thought that it would get people excited to watch the season.
Uh-huh.
Um, but maybe they'll get like Chloe Beach or something. That's their other Netflix
Well, she's
darling.
already done it, so
Oh yeah. Oh
she
yeah,
was
she
on.
already did. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, like season 1, they had Francesca, Chloe, Shane,
You're right.
Bartiz.
You're
Not
right.
that those are big names, but you know, like they had.
I think season one did what it did because it was the first season, and then people
Mhm.
saw what a joke it was, and then they brought Harry in to bring in the viewers. And I think for season three, they really were driving this AD and Ollie
Mhm.
story to lure in the viewers, you know? And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that helped or hurt them, because a lot of people didn't want to watch because they assumed they knew how it ended. They assumed they knew that AD and Ollie won, so I don't know if it helped them or it hurt them, to be honest.
Well, and they probably thought like it's gonna be just a boring AD and Ollie fall in love, and like we love a love story, but they are sometimes more boring to watch, right? And people
Mhm.
want the drama. They need these dramatics, like the seasons that have the drama get watched way more. And we didn't really hear, even though we know it was a lot of drama behind the scenes, but they tried to not show that as much. So it's like
Mhm.
they need a lot of drama and fighting. Like I remember season 1, everyone got super into it because Francesca and Georgia and like people were having like online beefs, right? And you need a little bit of that drama going on. You just do. And nobody really
Yeah.
wants to look bad anymore and fight with each other, but people get interested when they start seeing like, oh, what happened? Like why aren't they getting along anymore,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of missing that part because we didn't get like a good love story to watch. Like the ending is good, but we didn't see that. And then there's no really drama either. So it's,
Yeah. Mm.
but I don't
Well,
know
they
who, what
better
big.
figure it out if they want another season. So,
Yeah, I'm like I can't think of another big Netflix like as big as like Harry would be. Like I can't think of someone with that kind of
no,
following.
there's nobody. Like literally, Harry Jowsey, what he's been able to do
Hmm.
with his reality TV fame is really
Yeah.
commendable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people can take being on a TV show like Too Out to Handle and turn it into a full blown career, which he
Hmm.
has been able to do. I do think that getting a new host would help.
Yeah. That's like Nick's thing is the Love is Blind. It's too much like they need its own special host for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like
think a new host would also really help. Like a super famous, like someone like Ariana. Like that would help.
Yeah.
That would help bring in the viewers. So
Well, and I think that's the problem, right? If they're trying to compete with Love Island, which it seems that they are, I just don't think they can. Like I think Olivia said that. Oh yeah, by the way, we talked to Olivia today, so if you haven't watched that yet, she spilled a ton of tea, tons.
tons.
It was really good. But
Mhm.
she said we only get 10 episodes, and you can only see so much. There's not enough time to like really fall in love with these people and root for them and watch them change and grow. Like it's just not enough. It's 40 episodes on Love Island, so
That's true. Yeah, it
we just
gives you
they
time
can't
to like.
compete.
It gives you time to like move on. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
like if we would have seen 10 more episodes of Ollie being amazing, we would have forgotten that he was a douchebag. You know what I mean? We would have forgotten. Like that's just how the world of reality TV works. Like we move on quickly.
hmm Yeah, it's really the format of Love Island USA that makes it so successful. Like the people are great too, but it's not necessarily just that. It's how much
Yeah.
we get to see of them. So
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They can't compete with it. I think they just need to leave it for what it is and just do their own thing. So
Yeah.
any other receipts to report on?
No, I think we got tons of receipts from Olivia, but you guys have to watch the interview to get that receipt report because it wasn't that long and it's a good interview. So
There were
check
more
that out.
kisses that we didn't hear about or that
Oh
we didn't
yes,
see.
there was
So.
it was revealed in the interview that Daniel did kiss someone else other than
Yeah.
her. So y'all want
There
to
was
know
some
the tea.
partner swapping going on. So we did I did question if Louis and Huda were still together last night, and it's almost like they heard us because they posted today together. So you were
Yeah.
right. They are still going strong,
Yeah.
still a thing. So far so good for
Yes,
them.
they are on vacation together, I guess.
Should we get into Beyond the Villa, season 1, episode 6? It started off with PPG having a little chit chat, which I love seeing them together. But yeah, definitely feel like they were kind of questioning Janae a little bit about what was going on and with their little fight on their anniversary. So what did you think of that?
I think okay, so I wish that I could watch this without knowing what I know about Janae and Kenny because I wonder how I would feel not knowing what we know now because now it seems so obvious. Right now it seems like it seems like Leah is not really feeling Kenny. It seems like Serena's not really feeling Kenny and they're just kind of know that he's not it, but just being supportive to Janae. But I don't know if that's coming from a space of like knowing what we know because it seems like, they both have their reservations about him and know that something's off and know that something's weird and know, and I feel like even Janae in her own right kind of knows something's off and
yeah.
I don't know. It all just seems so obvious now. I don't know.
I know. It's so true. Like, I wonder how they would have edited it if all of this didn't come out. Would we be seeing, like, her say he gives serial killer vibes? And because she did get so upset when the trailer came out, right? Like, she didn't like what they had shown. And it makes you wonder, like, what did she expect them to show? Like, what, it seems like that's truly how the relationship was going and that they weren't on the same page at all. So I don't know what she got upset about with that trailer because, I mean, maybe she was hoping they would hide it a little bit more, but I'm sure now that she's watching it, she's like, oh, it's like a light bulb going off seeing it because it's so obvious.
And I do wonder, a little part of me wonders, like, if there was a version that we were going to see that maybe PPG or the cast approved and said, okay, made sure that they all had a good edit and they were like, roll with it. And now that all of this information's gone out, like they've approved like another version where like something that was in the archives that they didn't plan to air that they're like, I don't know if that's how production works and if they can just change edits like that. But I'm just wondering because now it just seems so obvious. Like, I don't see Janae being happy with, like, if they were in a happy, loving space right now, I don't see her being happy with what's being portrayed right now.
No. Yeah, it doesn't make them look good or him look good. So, I don't know if this was always what they intended to show. Like, I guess we'll never know. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely feels like confirmation of how everything has gone down. So, were you surprised to see that Kayla and Serena are like close buddies? Or did you kind of
No,
already know?
I wasn't surprised. I think there's this narrative that like PPG only talks to each other, and
Mhm.
I'm not really sure where people are getting that from because I think it's quite obvious that Janae is close to Kayla. She sent
Yeah.
her, congratulations when she hit 1 million followers, and
Mhm. Yeah.
Kayla has been open about how close she is with Serena, and Liv talks to Janae. So I don't know where that narrative is coming from. It didn't surprise me. I feel like just
Mhm.
because we don't see them all together all the time doesn't mean that they're not like close friends. I think,
Yeah.
what did you think of Miguel and because they were like simultaneously having a conversation, right? Well, like
Mhm.
Janae was having a conversation with the girls, Miguel was having a conversation with Kenny. What did you
Yes.
think about their whole fighting scene and Miguel in Kenny's chat?
What fighting scene?
Like, they were doing, like, Muay Thai or some
Oh, I think when they
yeah.
had a fight, and I was like, "Wait
No,
a minute, I would have
they were
remembered."
doing, like, Muay Thai, and then Miguel was saying how he can't fight, which is good to know just in case, somebody needs to run up on him. But
Yeah.
um, but Miguel looks like he could kick someone's ass, so Louis better watch out. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, like how Kenny was trying to kind of tell his perspective
Yeah.
of the Janae and
I know it's so hard to watch Kenny now because I just feel like so angry, like you're so fake, Like I felt like he was being very fake when he was talking, like the way he was describing, like, oh, I misspoke and I said it wrong. And I don't know. I just, now that we know the way that he talks about her, like to his friends, his real friends or off
Mhm.
camera, I'm like just feeling like that's not really how he felt about it, but he was being fake for the camera. So
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you think there's any world in which, and like I don't want to give Kenny any passes here, but do you think it's possible his friends didn't like Janae and so he was like being an awful person and an awful boyfriend by talking shit about Janae to his friends, but like he really did feel for her, or you think it's he just was that fake?
I
Like he
think
could
he was
fake
just
liking
that
someone. Like,
fake. Like, I
yeah.
think, like, I know we don't know exactly what happened. We know enough. Like, we know
Mhm,
this. We don't know the specifics of like what the text messages said, but I think enough
mhm.
is out there, especially what the friend said. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to f bitches. I can't wait to get out of this. That's giving. Yeah, you were just faking the whole time.
Yeah, because it's so hard not to
Mixed
jump.
with I don't wanna live with you.
Yeah.
We're living in different states. All of that, it all is like,
Mhm. I know it's so hard in this episode at that one point when he was like, "Oh, what I liked about the dog was, we'd go out for walks and talk about our day, and like that was my favorite part." And I'm just like, how could someone be so diabolical and fake that? Like you tell someone that makes them think that you really love them and
and
like
then
you
he
love talking about
he
their day.
even in that scene, Ashley, he said something about like, "Oh, when we have kids, like, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
send our kids off."
And that's the part where it's like, okay, we are seeing him be weird and say, I don't want to live with you. And we're like, it's so obvious, Janae. But then we see these scenes where it's like, who would say that about someone that they really don't care for? So that's the part where I do feel for Janae and think she was so conflicted, right? Because, some of it seemed very obvious that he wasn't into her. But then you would think no man is going to tell me, talk about our kids and talk about, like, I love hearing about your day if they don't mean it. Like, that's
But they
diabolical.
will.
Yeah,
That
apparently.
that's the thing about men,
So
and
how do
that's
you
why
know who to trust?
you don't. You don't trust them ever, Ashley.
I
You
hate
have
that.
your husband, don't you just hold on tight to him and don't ever look back, but you don't because
Well,
they will eventually disappoint you. They will lie. They think they only care about themselves and their feelings. Like, that's it. You
well,
don't trust them because the minute you do is when you are fucked.
yeah, because I was giving Ollie a little bit of a pass from Perfect Match because he was like telling AD, we'll have our baby in 8 months and whatever. So I'm like, no, he wouldn't say that if he didn't really want
Well,
a baby with her.
it's a term that the youth call love bombing.
Yes. Because
And
now I'm like, well, if Kenny could say it, anyone could say it and not mean it.
a
So,
lot of surprisingly, Ashley, I know you've been out of the dating scene for a while, but you would
Please
be
help
very
me.
surprised how many men do that very early on. Very
What?
early on. Like, I was just telling my bestie, she's actually really mad at me, my best friend in Houston, because she's been dating a guy for 1 week and he's already talking about when we get married,
Oh
when
no.
we have kids, and I'm telling her, that's a red flag. That's love
Hmm.
bombing. That's trying to create this false sense of closeness, this false
Yeah.
sense of future. Guys that I've gone on dates with too, they will say something along those lines of like future, like within like the second or third date, because they think that that's what women want to hear.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
They think,
Especially once a woman is over 30, they think, oh my God, like she wants marriage, she wants kids. So if I make her believe that I also want these things, like it's just a form of manipulation, you know? And and my friend got mad at me because she said that I was I was judging her, like I was being judgy every time she told me something about him. And I'm like, no, you're just, this is the first guy you've dated in a while. I don't want you to get hurt. I love you.
yeah.
I just want you to know that that's what these motherfuckers do. Okay. That's
Uh-huh.
what they just be out here saying anything.
So they just say like this kids and marriage stuff to create this false sense of intimacy. So you let your
Yeah.
guard down. You're like, he wouldn't say that if he didn't really want to be with me. And then you horrible.
And
What
then
is wrong with you men out there?
once they got you, you fucking stuck. You
And
know
then
what I mean?
yeah, and then
They
it's
do,
like
actually.
it's
That is
just
what they do.
words.
Trifling. It's just words. And that's what I just told my friend. Grain of salt. I said one is a red flag. Grain of salt. Take it with a
Mm-hmm.
grain of salt. Brush it off your back. Don't give it any response. Don't give it any reaction. Because when you,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like just how AD did, oh, like
Oh no.
they thrive on that, you
Yeah.
know? Mm.
Yeah. See, because I have friends that are single too, because they're, they have a type and whatever. I try to help, I try to give advice, and I've sadly learned that they just have to learn it on their own,
Oh,
right? I know
yeah.
it's so hard. You try to
You have
give
to
your
let them
friends,
learn the hard way.
and then they get upset and think you're judging them
Yeah.
or yeah, not being empathetic, but you're like, it's so obvious when you're not the person in the relationship.
You're
You could see
so
it a mile
obvious.
away. Yeah.
It's
And then
so obvious. And I get it. When you're in
mm,
it, you cannot see it. And then when you're
mhm,
out of it, you can see it clearly. I'm telling you, my sister, when I was dating Christmas Tree Boy, if you guys don't know the Christmas Tree Boy saga, you guys need to catch up on TikTok. But when I was dating Christmas Tree Boy, she was like, it sounds to me like he has a girlfriend. Like every time and I'd be like, no, I don't think he has a girl. Like I had every excuse, but
mhm.
now that I am out of it, and now that he like hard launched this girlfriend out of the blue, I'm like, oh my God. Like he was with this girl the entire time we were dating. They were just long distance. And
Yeah.
it makes so much sense now. Now it's like clear as day. Like, duh,
Right.
you had a girlfriend the whole time, but I couldn't see it when I was in it. So
Yeah.
it's hard to see. But again, my friend has only been in it for a week. So it
Yeah.
should not be that hard to see.
She's
Like,
in the rose-colored glasses
and I
era.
keep telling her
So
that too. I keep telling her that. Like I said, you have on your rose-colored glasses. I do not.
mhm.
Just know that what I'm telling you is from a place of love.
Yeah.
You
When
know.
when my friends meet a guy that like doesn't have social media, I'm like married or like there's a reason. They're hiding their life. Like and they think, no, he's just not on it. He just like private. And I'm like, you're only private if you're hiding shit. Like you don't have to be private.
I think also the age, right? The age, because I do
True.
know, I know a few guys that don't have social media. And I do know, and
Married.
it's like one of them have like he doesn't post because he's very low key, but he's a burner
Mhm.
account, so he's on social media, like he's creeping, but he just doesn't have pictures and stuff that he posts.
I'll tell you, every time I've ever seen one of these men without social media, they always have a lot of secrets. Because if you have social media, you can't hide shit. You
can't
got
really hide.
girls liking your photos. We are all detectives. So
What
men have
about
figured
age?
out.
Like, do you think that men from the age of like 45 to 60 have social media? Like have Instagram?
No, that's true. I'm talking more like 20. Like if it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
not
No,
20,
if
that
you're
doesn't sound
20,
right.
you don't got no Instagram or
30.
TikTok. Like, bitch, you is full of shit. Okay.
Yeah. The age that would be normal to have it.
Yeah.
That is true, though. There is probably the exception to the rule, right? There is people that it's genuinely, they just don't want it. But a lot of times it's easier, I think, to hide stuff when you don't have that
Absolutely.
stuff out there, right? Just like the guys
Absolutely.
that refuse to switch off the Android. And I told you, I'm pretty sure that means they don't want their significant others just tracking their location. So if your man has an Android, just see if you can switch him to iPhone and see what happens. And if he refuses, I don't know, that's suspicious to me.
It's
But
suspicious. It's suspicious.
see, I don't know what love bombing is, but I'm out here like no social media, Android. I'm still on it.
I'm
You
still on
can't
it.
fool me.
Does your husband have an iPhone? Does he
Yeah.
have an iPhone?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Period.
But we never, did I tell you, we never did the location tracking just because we are that old too, where it was like, it just never came up to us. And because I think that's something you start maybe in a new relationship, right? And it's just a thing people do. But because we've had each other's phone numbers for 18 years, it's just not
I'm
something
sure
we
you could
did.
turn on his location and he wouldn't even notice.
Well, we did. Because he went to Prague for work. So we did turn it on just because I'm like, you're in another country in case you like die or something. I should know where you are.
Yeah.
So the first time I checked it, I look and it's like shows him in the middle of a river. So I thought he was like drowning or something. And then the next time I check it, he's in Poland. He's supposed to be in Prague. I'm like, texting, like, why are you in Poland? He had clients that live there. Took him to some mountain. Anyways, not a fan of location checking. It just made me more freaked out. Like, I would rather not know. Like, if something bad happens, I'll hear about it. If not, I don't need to look. So,
That's so funny.
but yeah, it is a smart thing to have. But
Yeah.
most people I know do it. But if someone has an Android, that's just what I think of because you can't check on there, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know I know nothing about an Android. I've had an iPhone for so long.
Yeah, I only have heard that if you have one, then you can't share locations. And I've just heard someone's husband I know that was kind of like, oh, we would, but I can't have an Android. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
block to that. So
Block that.
I'm
I
like,
know what's going on here. Anyway, we went on a tangent.
Yes, this is what we
do.
do usually before we get on here for like half an hour. So
That's exactly how our conversations go.
we just included you guys today. So we got like 10 shows to cover, but we're just having a little chit chat. So
about location sharing and love bombing.
Okay. Yes. It's important information. But okay, back to Beyond the Villa.
What did you think of Juan and them having to give up Juan and Kenny's reaction?
First of all, I thought that was heartbreaking that they had to give him back. Like that was I could never. I totally admire people that foster because it's obviously necessary, but I'm like, how do they do it?
Right now.
You are, oh yeah, you are. And that's why you've had the dog for what is it now, like 4 months? Because that dog ain't going back nowhere. He's yours forever now.
Can't give her away.
No, and I think most people would have such a hard time with giving them back, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I do admire people that can do it, but it's so sad. And Kenny wasn't sad at all.
He wasn't sad, and then he was like, I don't know, people were saying, I didn't see like a montage where he was acting like he was sad over the dog, but apparently, I think like in previous episodes, we see him being like, I'm really falling in love with him, and like, he's really growing on me, and then you were just so happy to give him back. So there's a hint of his psychosis right there.
Yeah, I didn't feel like he was sad at all. So, I mean, like I said, he said that nice thing about walking him and he enjoyed that, but now I'm like, that's not true either. So
yeah, nothing.
I don't believe any of it.
It's true. Yeah.
What did you think of Kendall's date?
Oh yes. Okay, first of all, girl, why are you driving 2 hours to see a man?
No, I thought at first he was late because he drove to her, and then when I saw that she drove to him, I was like, oh, and he was late. Like, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, first of all, the fact that she even drove to him, no. The fact that he even let her drive to him is a red flag to me.
Agreed.
Like, not even like, let's meet an hour and an hour halfway. I wouldn't even do that. If we live 2 hours apart, it's not meant to be, because God wouldn't make my soulmate so far away from me. So bye. But the fact that she drove 2 hours and he was like, he doesn't respect her time And
Mhm.
I mean, granted, I'm sure she knows that this date was going to be on Beyond the Villa on
Yeah.
Peacock. So she's like, ah, cool, I'll take this little 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
In any other world, I don't see somebody driving 2 hours to go on a date with Kendall. I just don't see that happening.
No.
But I guess for a little camera time and a little Peacock action, it was maybe worth it to her. But
Uh-huh. I didn't feel like they had any romantic vibes at all. Like I was not they
yeah,
just seemed like friends. I
for
didn't
sure.
really see what was happening, like how they called that a date cuz
Yeah,
I don't know. I hate to say it, but I'm just not really like a fan of Kendall from
I'm
the
not
show.
either. I don't
Okay,
think
I
a
thought it
lot
was
of
just
people
me.
are.
No, he's just I don't know, there's something off about him, like fake-ish. Like more like I think him and Kenny get along for a reason. I think they're both like putting this persona on camera. I don't think we're seeing the real Kendall. You know what I mean? Like just he's trying to like portray like something he wants us to see. But I think at one point Liv said like, yo, he's partying a lot or whatever. Like I think he's a little different off camera
For
probably.
sure.
Hmm.
For sure.
But yeah, the date
Absolutely.
was weird for sure.
Yeah, absolutely weird.
And then Nicole pops up again. So
Mhm.
I didn't, for some reason, I thought all the cast kind of like distanced themselves from her, but it looked like Leah and Serena are still cool with her. So
Yeah.
what did you think? Like, she came in being like, ho, bro. It was a little weird. Like, because we've seen her obviously on Love Island, and I'm like, she just seemed to be acting a little different, but probably just nervous being on camera again. I don't know.
Yeah, she was. And I mean, I'm all about calling a hoe. Like, what's up,
Yeah.
bro? You know what I mean? What's up, bro? I don't say
Yeah.
bro. I don't know why. Bro is not
No.
in my, language, but I'd be like, hey, ho,
Yeah.
what's up, bitch? You know what I mean? But it did seem a little, first of all, her booty cheeks were out. I don't know why I had to just throw that in there because I'm
Yeah.
all about a short skirt, but I was like, damn, I see cheeks. Looked
Mm.
great, whatever. But
The
I
montage when she was walking in was a little weird. Like how they were like filming her like walking in and her
her
hair
ashes
and
were
her
out.
butt and yeah, it was just
Yeah.
a weird scene. But yeah.
Yeah. Mm, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I, def- I, I have no words. I guess it was like, okay, cool, like to see her with Serena. I think
Mm,
Serena's so fucking funny. Like, she's so unproblematic when like production was like, so how do you guys like reference the situation? Like, do you guys call it like the video? She's like, I don't say nothing.
no.
Like, I don't call it nothing because you see, like they did not say the video or whatever. They didn't say it the whole time. Like we all knew what they were talking about, but they
Hmm.
didn't say it. And
No.
it's like, on one hand, I get why Nicole was upset, and on the other hand, if her and Kendall decided not to bring it up on camera, that was real trifling of her to do that on camera
Yeah.
because you could tell in that moment on the reunion he was shell shocked and he was forced to talk about it, and he
Hmm.
wasn't prepared to talk about it because they had already agreed that they weren't going to bring it up. So that
Yeah.
was trifling on her end. What did you think of her and Kendall meeting? Because I sensed like he wanted to get back together. What did you think?
I don't know. The vibes between them were a little odd. Like when they showed all the flashbacks, because like from what I remembered was that maybe they were not really a real couple. They were one of those ones like faking it because all the other couples seemed so real. But then when they showed all the flashbacks, it was like, oh, okay, like maybe they did have a little something there.
He
They
was
were,
faking saying I love you for sure.
yeah, he was putting on a little too much show. So they were matching, which I thought was weird. How they both had jeans and like a pink shirt on. I'm like, that could
They
not have
were
been.
matching. I noticed that too.
Yeah, I'm like, that had to have been planned. Maybe not, but a very big coincidence. It was literally like identical outfits. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. They had flirty energy for sure, and she apologized, which was nice, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't feel like we're getting the real Kendall. Something he's hiding, something he's not being himself,
Mhm.
something's off. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I'm not buying about
I
him. So I don't
agree.
know how he feels about her. I don't
I
know.
don't know. It was his statement that was like, she was like, I hope you find someone great. He was like, I hope you find someone great. And then he was like, because it's not us. Like, it's not us,
Yeah.
right? Right. Like, but it was almost like but it's not us, right? Like, it's not
Mhm.
us for each other, right? Like, and he was looking for
Yeah.
that validation of her to be like, no, it's not us, you
No.
know?
Yeah, which is weird. I don't like that. If he felt something he wants to try again with her, then just say that. Be like, hey, like you want to go on a date or something. Like, don't be like, yeah, we're not liking each other, right? Like, you're not,
That's
I'm
it.
not.
In 2025,
True.
Ashley, we are the people's princess. Okay, they want you, the women, to chase them. They want the women to make the first move. Yes, that is
Hate it.
dating in 2025.
Okay, that's annoying because it's like, just say how you feel. And if it's embarrassing, it's embarrassing. Who cares? Like, at least you
Right.
tried, you know? That's
Right.
what they need to think. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was good to see her back again, like, brought back nostalgia for the
Yeah.
last summer. But I don't know if they would really give it a try again. Do you think they would? No, too much has happened.
Nope. Too much has happened for sure.
Oh, you know what was weird? I was very confused about their timeline of each other because it kept being like he dumped her 2 days after the reunion. They didn't talk again. But then, like, I think Kenny said, "You just need to apologize." And he was like, "I did 100 times." And I was like, but they didn't talk. So how did he apologize to her?
I think they were talking about he needs to he apologized 100 times for lying that the video was
Mm.
old.
Okay. So
Yeah,
before the reunion.
before
Okay.
the reunion. Mhm.
That makes sense because I was confused of like, how did they, like, when did he apologize if they weren't talking? So that makes more
Yeah,
sense. I was a little
yeah,
lost on that. So
yeah.
got it.
Mhm.
Do you think that they're going to give them a reunion for this show?
No.
No. Because I just find it odd that the whole PPG went so crazy on Kenny for like a day. And then all of a sudden they were just all like, stop talking. And I'm like, confused about that. I feel like they're saving it for something, or maybe they just felt bad because Kenny got so much backlash that
I
they
don't
didn't want
think
to be
they felt bad. I
responsible.
don't think anyone feels bad for Kenny. I think that Janae just honestly really comes off as like a very positive person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the negativity, like, I think she just wanted to stop talking about it. I think she
Yeah.
wanted to heal and move on and didn't want him getting any more negativity and just didn't want this negative cloud like looming over her because she seems like very, very like uplifting, very positive, very like
Yeah.
moving forward, like very happy all the time. So if I had any guess, I would guess that, she asked Leah, stop making comments. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Like, leave it alone. And she did the same with Serena.
It is hard to believe that she wouldn't be doing some sort of like podcast or interview
She would have done it
about it.
already, right?
Yeah.
She would have done
Maybe
it
not.
already.
It is possible that they asked her to wait till Beyond the Villa finishes airing just because I did see a lot of people commenting like, take him off the air because of how
True.
serious the stuff
True.
that he was saying. So I wouldn't be shocked if she does some sort of interview when this is over. And
True.
probably,
That's true.
yeah, just so that it wasn't taking away from the airing of the show, which I
That
hope,
makes sense. That
yeah,
makes sense. You're right. You're
yeah,
right.
because there were
Because
people,
even with Scandival, Ariana had, that big moment where they all came face to face and they let everything out was the
Mhm.
reunion, so.
Maybe they're just waiting. I'm surprised they didn't like pick the cameras up again, but I think it was so serious and they just
I mean, that
didn't
would have
even,
been great to add on to the end of the season. I
yeah.
have to say. Maybe
Maybe they
they
did.
did. We don't know. Maybe they did.
That will definitely be interesting if they did. So I was gonna
Yeah.
say hopefully they did, but I don't know. It's so serious and sad that you're like, I don't want to see that. But then obviously they did with Scandival, which was very sad, and it ended up. I think it's helpful because I don't see any situation in which people are going to sympathize with Kenny at all in this, but it is helpful to see like what Kenny did to Janae and like the damage he caused and how bad that was. Because sometimes people, I don't see that with Janae, but with Ariana, there was a lot of people being like, oh, whatever, it's just cheating, like get over it. And she didn't
Yeah.
like him anyways. And really like,
Yeah, and I
when
don't even
they,
think what's crazy is that Kenny's wasn't even cheating, right? Like,
no,
there
it
was
was like
nothing.
worse.
Yeah, so it would be
Hmm.
I would be interested to see just
Yeah.
like what the girls have to say about it. Obviously, what Janae has to say about it. What more importantly, because like the guys are not gonna like go on social media and like tweet their feelings. So it's like
Yeah.
I would like to see how Miguel feels about it, Cordell feels about it. Like I would like to see all of those conversations being had. I would.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're asking too much as viewers, but it's like you guys are on reality TV, and that's what reality TV is it's
Mhm.
like you guys is live. So it's like I don't know if we're entitled to that, but you know,
Yeah, I mean,
we'll
they
see.
had this whole show about their relationships, right? And this breakup was a big part of it. So it makes sense. Like, not necessarily entitled, but it's like, yeah, if you want to be real and show what happened, then that's part of it. So
Yeah.
we would watch it. So, but either way, I guess there's still quite a few episodes left of this season,
I think
right?
4, right? I think it's like a 10
Yeah.
episode, is it right? It's a 10 episode
Mhm.
series. So yeah, we got about 4 left. So
Oh, there was a little scene with Liv and Aaron that we didn't talk about either. I didn't realize that they were like cool with each
I
other.
didn't either.
Yeah, I'm not.
What I did think was interesting is we see Kendall say that he never asked Liv and Kaylor to unfollow.
Yeah.
And then like he was like, why would I do that? I don't care who they follow. And then like, Liv literally says out of her mouth that Kendall asked her to unfollow her.
Yeah. Who do
Yeah.
you believe? Like, obviously, Liv is being
Liv,
honest.
I
Like,
don't
why
know
would
because
she?
Liv has been lying about stuff this season.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
not really like of all of the people. I feel like Liv and Kendall are the two where I'm like, not really like enjoying them as much. I don't know.
Kendall's a
Liv,
messy bitch, but I believe Liv for whatever reason. But
yeah,
I don't know because Liv has been lying.
yeah, I do. It makes sense though. Like, why would she randomly unfollow her? Although sometimes we do that as girls or people in general, so
Yeah.
it's possible. But it does make more sense that Kendall asked them to do that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought it was maybe a little shady of Liv to hang out with Aaron, but I guess if Kayla and Aaron are cool, it isn't. It is whatever. But obviously, we saw in the preview it is going to be a problem. So
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, should we get into the valleys? Finally over the last part of the
Finally
reunion, part
over
3. It's done and dusted.
the last little hoorah for the Valley reunion.
I
They
feel
really
like
dragged that out. I feel like it could
yeah.
have been 2 parts.
I completely agree because I'm like, I did not need to hear any more about this. Janet, Jasmine, Danny, I can't. They're still going on about it in this one.
They're still going on about it. They're
Mhm.
still going on about it. And
We didn't really get any receipts on Janet's claims that Danny's doing this more. So I think he's still being weird and like flirty, but not actually touching women. That was the problem. Janet said like he's still doing it, but Nia was upset that she was sort of generalizing that. So I don't think he's still grabbing women's butts, but maybe just like,
still
what do you think
making
about
women. I know what you're about to ask me because I was about to ask you.
Brittany?
Yep.
Yeah. We share one brain
have the same
cell.
line, you guys. It's really, really wild. I can't even tell you, and I'm about to go off on a sidetrack here, but I can't even tell you how many times in the Olivia interview, like, you picked up exactly what I was going to say next.
We
Literally,
always like
so many times. It's like it's like telepathic. Like I don't give her a signal, nothing. Like it's just like
no.
she knows what I'm going to say before I say it, and then she says it. You know what?
Yeah.
It's really crazy. It's so crazy. It happens to us all the time, even in our messages, even in our texts. Like it's just I was like, oh my god, like we'll say the same
Literally.
thing at the exact same time.
Sometimes we send like the same message and we're like, wait a minute, like it's so funny. And yeah, in interviews we're always just like telepathically like looking at each other like, okay, yeah, we know where we're going next with this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's so cool. But yes. So I don't know. I feel like Brittany was kind of lying in that moment. Like I feel like she was caught off guard because you could tell that that's something that she never expressed to Nia and Danny, that he felt uncomfortable, that she felt uncomfortable because she's claiming that she was like, oh no, I didn't say he grabbed me, but he was following me around. It made me uncomfortable. That's something that you should share with Nia, not with someone like Janet. Janet is going to take that and run with it. And you can tell that Brittany was so stunned that Janet brought that up on the stage, you know, like she was embarrassed, you know?
Well, and I do feel like Brittany was a part of this preseason, like, let's make Danny and Nia look bad because they got such a good edit and we know they're hiding a few things. And I think she was in cahoots with everybody, Jax included. Like, that was the plan going into the season, was not to take them down, but to expose like their cracks because they were looking so perfect and everyone else was looking a hot mess. And so Brittany was involved in that, like, chit chat, and that's when she probably threw into Janet, like, "Oh yeah, he did it like at my birthday or whatever," thinking that would stay between them, obviously. But I agree. Like, I don't think he did anything wrong. Like, he followed you around. I think we all know those people when they're drunk, they get not flirty in terms of grabbing or being weird, but a little more friendly than you're used to seeing them sober,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
they're kind of stretching that one a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I'm just
'Cause
so over it. And it's just like for Jasmine to, like, her girlfriend was like, leave it alone. It had to do with me and Jasmine. If we're not talking about it, you guys all need to shut up about it. And then, like, to basically say, we don't care about it anymore. We've moved on from it on the boat. And then for Jasmine to still come on this reunion and be like, I felt like your apology was fake and I don't forgive you and I am still uncomfortable, and now you all of a sudden still have a problem with it when your fiance literally was like, oh my God, like, drop it, we don't even care anymore. And now you do care, because if she didn't have that to talk about on the reunion, she would have literally been sitting there with nothing to say. So I feel like she was just trying to get a moment.
Yeah, it feels like they've taken this tiny little Halloween thing and tried to stretch it into like 5 people's storyline for this entire season. And it's silly. Like I said, if he is weird when he's drunk, that's going to come out eventually. They're filming for months at a time at parties and drinking. Like, just let it play out. They need to just stop, like, dragging
Yeah.
this one event, because,
Yeah.
they dragged it all the way to the end of this reunion. And it's like, we get it. We get it. He grabbed your butt. That wasn't appropriate. He apologized 57 times. Like, let's just move on.
Let's just move on, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other thing I thought was, like, interesting from this reunion was the whole Jesse's girlfriend and Michelle having a screaming match off camera, which is great. Oh, I guess they did pick up the camera and, like, put a mic over them, but for some reason didn't air it. I guess because she threatened to sue them. So
Right.
did you like Andy sort of, like, putting Jesse in his place?
Yeah.
He needed that.
He did need that. And you see, he just shut up and was just like, okay. But it's like, yeah, you're on a reality TV show. You showed up to an all cast event where you know that we're filming. What more do you want?
Yeah.
What more
And that would have
what
been,
do you expect? Like,
that's what I don't understand about Michelle getting put in the last seat and Jesse being, like, the second seat. It's like, Michelle's man is there filming, talking to Jesse, having these heart to hearts, and, like, Jesse's girlfriend won't even go on camera, and you're rewarding him. So I don't know if they're mad at Michelle, because you saw, like, they asked her questions and she was like, my lawyer said I shouldn't answer. So maybe they kind of want her to ignore these threats about being sued and just talk about it, and she's taking it too seriously. I don't know.
that's like, how are you going to get mad at Michelle for not wanting to talk about the threats from Jesse's freaking girlfriend, who's the one making the threats? You should be mad at him.
Well, yeah, and I would think, like, if I were a producer of that show and I had a cast member who has a girlfriend coming to cast events threatening to sue other cast members, like, that would be so wrong. Like, I would just want to get rid of Jesse over that, because that's a liability. Now your girlfriend is, like, literally jeopardizing the show. The cast doesn't feel comfortable to do and say things because
Right.
they're going to get sued by your girlfriend who won't even, like, be on camera. It makes no sense.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know why she's so anti, like, being on camera.
I don't know either. It's
Like,
almost
what is
like
she dating him for then?
Yeah, like, girl,
Like,
get out of here. Like, you better agree to get on camera next season, or there might not be a next season. So, and then your boyfriend ain't gonna have no money coming in. So,
right? They need this. So I find it weird that we haven't heard anything about Aaron and Michelle's breakup. Like, no one's talked. I guess it's all
they're
getting
waiting
saved.
for filming, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
They're
So
waiting to
hopefully,
capture it on filming. But I don't even, what else happened besides Nia and Danny and Janet arguing? Jason apologized to Danny for calling him a clown. Most of it was this whole ass grab and Danny debacle.
yeah. I think
That was it. Jax and Brittany didn't even really talk in this part 3.
No, part
Neither
2 is
did
like
Jack.
all about them.
Yeah, neither
And
did
then
Jack. I feel like he didn't really talk. They didn't even ask about Benji.
no, I know he just kind of got stuck like making little side comments and they didn't really chat with him much. But I
Mhm.
think Brittany and Jax and then Nia and Danny took over. And like I do agree with what they were trying to do in terms of make Nia and Danny be more real. I just think they should have gone about it differently. Like we did see Nia speak for Danny like most of the reunion, and I do think she keeps him under control. But
Yeah, she's very PR trained, tries to keep it
yes.
very cute. You know, even with this whole Danny thing, like if you want to talk about it, Jasmine, you could bring it up as much as you want, but it is Janet should not keep bringing it up, which I
Mhm.
agree. And then the whole SA word and oh, well, I use the legal term, and if you don't want me to use the legal term, and wait, I loved when they were like asking Jason because he's an attorney, and
Yeah.
Kristen was like, he's a workers' comp.
He's like, well, I went to law school, so I know. And it's like, that's not the same, though. Like, you don't work
Yeah,
in
it's like you have a
criminal.
general idea, but like that's not your specialty.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I'm surprised at how much of the reunion was spent on like the Danny Nia thing, like
Mhm.
the ass grab and all of that, because
Yeah.
yeah, it.
Because a lot of the season was spent on it, so a
Hmm.
lot of the reunion being spent on it was really annoying. And I
Hmm.
think that had Jasmine went in there and been like, you know what, I forgave Danny. He apologized, and we wholeheartedly accepted his apology, and like we just want to move on from it. We
Hmm.
wouldn't have had a whole episode of a reunion
Yeah.
dedicated to her storyline. So she went in there and changed the narrative, and you can tell that he was so shocked by that. Like he was like,
Hmm.
"What? Like you thought my
Like
apology was
again.
bullshit? Like I've never heard that. Like you know what I
Hmm.
mean?" And so I think that that was real shitty on their part. You know?
Hmm. When we interviewed Zach, he did say like they filmed the reunion so early that they hadn't watched what a lot of people had said about each other. So he did
Mm.
say they have a lot to resolve in season 3 if they do that. So I don't know what he was referring to specifically, but probably a lot of Janet's confessionals. And I
Mm.
don't know what else it could be, but I think
Yeah.
that in this reunion, they also talked a little bit about Brittany spoiling Kristen's engagement to Jax, and that maybe that was out of spite for not being invited
Part
to
of
the
it. Yeah.
engagement. Yeah. So did you think she's honest and say like it wasn't out of spite? I don't think it was out of spite. I think she was that chatty with Jax, like telling him everything, and she
Exactly.
probably
I
still
think
is.
like the reason they didn't include her in the engagement was exactly what she showed, right?
Hmm.
Because you have a big mouth, because you chat to Jax, and because he is going to tell the world, that's why we didn't include you in it, which is
Hmm.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You told Jax about the engagement and he hit the boys chat. Imagine if you would have told Jax Kristen's going to get engaged. That same text would have went to the group chat and her engagement would have been spoiled. So
Yeah.
I don't think that she did it out of spite. I think she did what she would have done even if she knew it was a surprise, you know?
I think you're right. And yeah, I think I don't know about now, but at that time was still confiding in Jax so with everything. So that's the thing that's confusing because I know a lot of people have been up in arms about him even being on the show because of the pushing, the rose bushes. So that's very serious, right? But then when I did share that story of like he was still hanging out with Brittany after and cooking with her and all that stuff, and it's like I hope if they do another season that Brittany really does cut him off. Like I know probably because he's not on the show, they might not even mention him, so we might not know. But I really hope she's like blocked him at this point. He
Yeah.
blocks everyone, but she needs to block him and get one of those apps and just deal with Cruz off, like not have personal chats with him. It's just
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Right.
But we'll see.
We'll
It will
see.
be very weird to see a season without him and if she's going to be dating and
Oh my God, not they brought up the Frank Drummond and he
oh
was
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, like that's my alias." Like tried to act like, "Oh, I didn't watch the show, so I don't know." Like, "Oh
Do you
yeah, that's
believe that he doesn't watch? I feel
no."
like he loves himself so much I can't
He
imagine
definitely
it.
watches. He's like, "Yeah, we caught you and then you messaged me from the account and like and he just tried to act like he just didn't know anything." I mean, I would
Yeah.
have done the same thing because that's like, super embarrassing.
I feel like he probably only watches his own scenes, like scenes that
For
he's in.
sure. For
So he
sure.
didn't see that one because he wasn't in it. So
For sure.
so funny.
So that's funny. Yeah. But overall, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah. I mean, it does, I don't want to say entertaining. Like I did feel like Jesse and Michelle's story was really interesting, and there was a lot of good things about the season, but yeah, the Jack stuff just put like a dark cloud on it. So,
Yeah.
and I do think the children aspect is such a problem. They need to stop having the kids on the show. They can be parents and we can reference them being parents without seeing the children on the show, because in one scene you've got kids playing and moms being good moms, and then you've got these parents fighting and talking about this abuse and drugs and all of this stuff, and it's so dark to have.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to paint it as like a family parent show. We moved out of Sur, we're in the valley living our
Yeah.
family lives, but then it's just
Yeah.
divorce and sadness. So
Yeah.
we don't need the kids on the show. We
For sure.
just don't.
We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too dark. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they come up with next season.
yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, there's another Vanderpump coming, so I'm excited for that. And we will be back with I know everyone's been asking about the Love is Blind UK, which we are coming back with that tomorrow. And we've got the OC, we've got Miami.
2 episodes is Miami.
Yeah, we have a lot of catch up to do. So you're going to be seeing a lot of us over the next few days.
Yeah.
And then the shows all air again. So then we'll be back again. So
And then we have Love is Blind, and then we have the Love Island reunion. So
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That
will be a big one.
1 week from today. So
Yeah. Yep.
Super excited. Thanks for being here for our 100th episode.
Woo!
We're having so much fun with you guys. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow probably. Any last thoughts?
Nope. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.